for being with us.
Good morning. I can't promise you that I will be as exciting as that last bill. And I know we are short on time, so I will do my best to keep my remarks and then submit written testimony. For the record, my name is Hartman. I represent House District 40, Gladstone, Oregon City, parts of unincorporated Clackamas County. Thank you so much for taking the time to hear House Bill 3529. As some of you know, I belong to the Haudenosaunee people, more commonly known as the Six Nations of Iroquois. My people's homelands are from present-day New York, Finger Lakes area. And when I began my political journey here, I had no idea that people just didn't know what I knew. And I think when you grow up in a culture, I was surprised people didn't know what residential schools were or boarding schools, or that no, we do not all know each other. And I think that it's been a really interesting journey, like learning about that, and has been awesome to be able to educate folks and provide some insight onto what life has been like. But since my people are not from here, it's been my responsibility to learn the rich culture and the history of the original stewards of the Pacific Northwest, and I continue to learn every day. And what I learned is that the state of Oregon is unique and has taken a lot of strides to create strong government-to-government relations with our tribal nations here. But we still have a little bit long ways to go. The Legislative Commission on Indian Services, or LCIS, Director Patrick Flanagan will be with us virtually to talk a little bit about the history of those policies and how this training could help legislators and staff. But what I will say where this concept came from is that throughout my time here, I have sent, and I tried to count, but a number of times, just quick policies that I had come across that I wanted to know if this would have any positive or negative impacts. Were tribes consulted in this case? I'll be the first one to admit I am not a tribal treaty lawyer or attorney, and not an expert in that area, and will never claim to be. But more often than not, when we sent those policies over, they were tiny fixes, language issues, or they actually turned into formal tribal consultation with tribes. Even in the short time we've been in session this year, 3 bills have been sent over, and they all turned into formal consultation, and it ranges from ICWA or ICWA issues all the way to natural resources issues. And so my dream is that everyone in their crafting of policy will think, how will this impact the tribes? And ultimately, at the very least, bring tribes into the conversation at the very beginning. Consultation to me isn't something that should happen because someone remembers to ask last minute, but should be a core part of how we make policy in this state. So this training would require all legislators and legislative staff to go through tribal sovereignty and consultation protocols and how to engage respectfully with Oregon's federally recognized tribes. It would be similar to the Rule 27 training that we take on the workplace conduct, and would be able to evolve over time. Representative Sanchez, as many of us know, we're working on tribal consultation work group, so it would include that, and also important feedback from tribes if there's anything missing that they would like folks to know. So we would be able to continuously evolve this training. And so at the end of the day, we're really just hoping to create something, and my hope is that actually, I know that this won't cost us any money, which is really exciting because most of the information is already built within LCIS. And so I will hand it over to Director Flanagan to share a little bit more about how we got here and answer any questions. Thank you.